I remember this building. This used to be a grocery store / liquor store. And I remember a guy who got shot right outside on the steps. And this entire block, you couldn't drive down 16th.
I have been living here my whole life. I've seen a lot of the growth in the neighborhood, and I've seen a lot of the issues, and that was a push for me to help out.
Oftentimes, when organizations want to help a neighborhood, they use processes that exclude those within the neighborhood. I think a lot of residents feel left out in the process. And so what the Flourishing Neighborhood Index, it's a process that includes the residents of the neighborhood. I'm Pastor Keon. I am the lead pastor of Wellington Heights Community Church.
I am Stephanie Carter. I am the spiritual formation and teaching pastor.
The Flourishing Neighborhood Index is a project to focus on the betterment of the neighborhood. One of our goals is to make Wellington Heights a place that people want to come to.
The Flourishing Neighborhood Index measures the health or the flourishing across 3 indicators, which are social, structural, and economic indicators.
It's not so much about results, it's about building that relationship and encouraging and empowering people to know that they can be a part of the change in their neighborhood.
The Flourishing Neighborhood Index has been fully integrated into how we live out our value of neighborhood development at Wellington Heights Community Church. And we believe that community development requires a multi-sector response, including the church's participation, so that the long-term flourishing of our neighborhood can be present and that the neighbors have the forefront seat at the table.
The first phase is organizing, and so ultimately it's finding stakeholders and leaders and residents in the neighborhood who want to kind of go through this process together. The second phase is assessment.
We went throughout the neighborhood assessing properties, what shape were they in, did they need repairs.
Receive health care that is affordable to us.
There's 13 different sections, and it's everything from health care to groceries and store access.
Here is your gift card.
The third phase is alignment, and that's us kind of gathering, having community conversations and saying, what is this data saying? And then the last phase is activation. What do we do together? How can we really work together to see this neighborhood flourish?
People were excited about this project and being able to be a part of it and have their voice heard.
So our overall score of our neighborhood in Wellington Heights is 3.35 straining, but
Sometimes people are willing to take that survey, others are skeptical. The bigger part of doing surveys is that it kind of just forces you to connect with neighbors. Ultimately, we're trying to get a holistic picture of what's going on in the neighborhood, what's good, what's not working.
We're driving around and we came over here in Wellington and we saw a house and we walked into it. And in 2 minutes, we put an offer on it. And we'd been looking for 6 months. And since then, we've been here for 30 plus years. My district, I like to think it has the most diversity in terms of economic, in terms of race, in terms of issues, but it's the heart of the city.
To those who are outside the neighborhood, what they're not seeing is neighbors who know everybody on their block. Grill parties, the immense support that is already here.
Like even growing up in a neighborhood like this, I always knew that church was coming to help us but not stay. Under-resourced communities have a feeling of, I already know I'm going to be someone's project. This process kind of reverses it and flips it on its head.
Because of the investment that they've made here, we actually had a pretty good summer last year. And I see it probably just getting a little bit better as we move forward. And especially as we begin to incorporate and implement the suggestions that come out of this project.
I'm excited to see what that looks like when we all claim our agency and choose to live for the flourishing, not only ourselves, but our neighborhood.
I hope the neighborhood is seen for the awesome neighborhood that it is, and that stigma of that boundary of 19th Street and being in Wellington Heights disappears.
We encourage you to come to our community conversations. Please, we'd love for you to be a part of it so that you can hear and see what the neighborhood is saying, and we can work together to see the neighborhood flourish.